Here are 7 ways in which you can move the red playhead in DaVinci Resolve's Edit and Cut windows. The first is to drag by using the Selection Mode tool, which you can also do by pressing A, followed by a manual selection and dragging with your mouse cursor. The same applies in the Cut window, only that on the bottom timeline the dragging effect will be inverted, and so if you drag the red playhead left with your mouse cursor, for example, the red playhead will scroll to the right to a later section of the timeline. The second technique is to use the buttons underneath the preview window, where you can make the red playhead jump to the start of edits on your timeline. There are play and play reverse options, in which the preview will run at the video's normal frame rate. Press stop to pause the playhead, and with the loop setting highlighted, both the play and play reverse previews of your timeline will continue until you stop. The same settings apply within the cut section. Bear in mind that if you have used I and O to create in and out markers on your timeline respectively, the Go to Next and Previous Edit options will make the red playhead jump to these points also. However, the in and out markers will be ignored within the cut window, and the red playhead will jump straight to the ends of the edits on your timeline. Hold Alt or Option if you're a Mac user and press X to remove these in and out markers. The third technique, with the Selection Mode tool selected once again, will be the jog wheel, which you can find in both the Cut and Edit windows. Click and drag your mouse cursor horizontally on this option to make the red playhead go to an earlier part of your timeline when you drag towards the left, and a later section when you drag towards the right. This is a useful technique if you wish to move the playhead smoothly without it stopping abruptly between edits on your timeline. The fourth technique is the J, K and L keys, which are command shortcuts for the buttons underneath the preview window that we previously discussed with option 2. Press L once for the play option. Press J once for the play reverse setting, and press K to stop. The fifth technique is one frame movement, again using the J, K and L keys. Hold in K and press L to move the red playhead forward by one frame only, or hold in K and tap J to move your red playhead earlier on your timeline by a single frame. Both J, K and L techniques are also applicable within the cut section. The sixth technique is to use a timecode. The first 2 digits towards the left represent hours, the second pair represent minutes, followed by seconds, and the last pair represent the number of frames. Identify the frame rate of your timeline by accessing the project settings and identifying the frames per second under Master Settings and Timeline Format. If I therefore want to skip forward by 2.5 seconds, in the Edit window, select this next to your timeline name, and we'll first type in 02, and since frame number 0 represents the first still in each second of playback, to move half a second forward, I will type in the number 11. Press Enter once you're done. The box next to the timeline name in the cut window, however, represents the duration instead. You will find the timecode instead within this particular window underneath the bottom right section of your preview. Again, select and type in your numbers manually, followed by Enter, to make the red playhead jump to the relevant section on your timeline. The seventh technique is the arrow keys. Tap the right arrow to move the red playhead forward by one frame. Tap the left arrow to move the playhead back by a single frame. Press the down arrow once to jump forward to the next edit on your timeline, and press the up arrow to go back to the start of your previous edit. This technique is also applicable within the cut window. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that video was useful to you. If you enjoyed the content and wish to be notified about future uploads on this channel, please like, share and subscribe. Join me soon for another video. Take care.